associated with the warm front. So let me get you up to date here. You're looking at live first alert Stormtracker radar. These storms mainly affecting parts of northern LaPorte County at this time, St. Joseph County, Indiana, and moving into southern Berrien County in southwest Michigan. The primary reason we're under a warning in these locations, let me get the radar lightning off. So there's the actual severe thunderstorm warning, is for reports of hail. I've had a couple pictures come in, hail the size of quarters, so that'll ding up your car. If you have a garage and you're watching this late hour, I would certainly bring your car indoors. Here we'll put the radar and the lightning back on. This is a heavy rain event for lots of areas as well. Rain coming down around 1.5 inches an hour. That's pretty impressive for rainfall. So this is on the south side of South Bend, pretty close to where the old Scottsdale Mall is. That area right there getting hit pretty hard. Downtown South Bend within the next probably 5 minutes, if that. Same thing with the University of Notre Dame. Downtown Mishawaka, about 5 minutes or so. You live in Granger, you can see a little farther away, likely 5 to 10 minutes up that way. Again, this storm has the history of producing a little bit of hail, but notice how the lightning isn't too impressive. That's a good indication the storm is weakening, and also hail likely not as impressive in that area of the storm. Now, LaPorte County, still quite a bit of lightning. Lightning is developed and generated by hailstones up in clouds grinding against each other. So it's often a decent indication that there's at least a potential for some hail in that location. And also notice it's moving into parts of southern Berrien County, Three Oaks near US 12, Galeen, even New Buffalo seeing some of that. And you can actually see, I'll zoom out here, notice that line? That's part of a warm front, a boundary that's moving in. And that's what will give us a decent shot at some pretty big storms as we get towards tomorrow. Much greater risk of severe weather tomorrow. So before I let you go, let me put a quick storm track on this line. It's moving north and northeast around 30 miles an hour or so. South Bend, Mishawaka, Galeen, Notre Dame, Osceola, Roseland, Dunlap, all of these locations within the next 10 to 15 minutes here, seeing a pretty decent thunderstorm. Certainly expect some very heavy rain with this, the potential for some decently large hail in excess of 1 inch in diameter, so it's about the size of a quarter or so. Some brief gusty winds up to about 45 miles an hour. We're going to continue to keep you updated through the commercial breaks here. We'll get you back to the Late Late Show.
Phenomenon. I mean, God, I went from like signing my first autograph to getting chased down the street. I couldn't go to malls.
Season's first strong to even severe thunderstorms. I'm going to show you the radar here. I'll take the camera down, that way you can see first alert storm tracker. This is actually a line of storms associated with the warm front. That warm front is what's going to open the gates to the Gulf of Mexico for tomorrow's much more significant chance at some severe weather. So you can see this line of storms here. I'm going to shut the radar and lightning off so you can see the actual warnings. Far northern St. Joseph County, basically north of the bypass, and also the coastline of Berrien County. So we'll put the radar and lightning back up, and we'll start in St. Joseph County. Metro area, Mishawaka, Granger, seeing a real heavy storm over here at the TV station, north side of Mishawaka. We've had hail, I'd say just under a quarter, or size of a quarter. So some pretty decent hail. Could put some dings in the cars if you don't have a garage. But the red color there indicates the heaviest rainfall right along 80, 90. So maybe you're listening to us on our radio stations. Certainly, this is probably a headache to drive right now through this particular storm. We'll move into parts of Berrien County, just near Bridgman, right around US 12, also 94 there, Red Arrow Highway, seeing a decent storm. This is moving to the north and northeast. If it were to stay together, which it likely will, Benton Harbor and St. Joseph, you would be next in line for this particular storm. We'll put a storm track on it, moving around 30 to 35 miles an hour. Berrien Springs, Stevensville, Eau Claire within the next 10 minutes or so. St. Joseph, Benton Harbor in the next 15 to 20 minutes. We'll put a quick storm track on that one in northern Indiana, about ready to move over the state line there in the Michigan. So we'll put a northeast storm track on that. Edwardsburg, Simonton Lake, Niles, and Cassopolis, all within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Of course, Cassopolis, you would be the last with that. Wider view, I'll put this into motion. You can see, again, this is all associated with the boundary. And these type of boundaries often work at night. They're nocturnal. This is what they do. They increase in coverage overnight. We're going to continue to keep you updated. Twitter, Facebook, our social media accounts. Also, if it warrants, I'll continue to update you every 10 to 15 minutes right here on WSBT.
Taking into account the utility and theory of whole numbers.